Welcome back, everybody. It's me, Burrito, and we're continuing our badge hunting series in the quarantine zone. So those of you who've been watching the 1 to 90 series know that I've already done a video about the Death Troopers quest line, and I showed a few of the badges related to that during that series. Namely, I showed how to gain access to the quarantine zone. We also slayed all the top side bosses and completed that badge, which you can see by going in my collections, scrolling down to the quarantine zone badge, which is right here. Here's the top side boss badge. And here's the badge for completing the Death Troopers main story quest. Now, you either get an Alliance badge, Neutral badge, or Imperial badge for that, depending on what faction you were when you first obtained the quest and went through it. I was Rebel, so I have the Rebel badge. I'm not sure if it's possible to get Imperial or Neutral, but it's not really high on my list to repeat that. If you want to see those badges and how to gain access to the quarantine zone, just go over, check the 1 to 90 video about the Death Troopers in quarantine zone. This one, we're going to be focusing on all the side activities that I skipped over during that video. And we're going to be starting progress on most of those collections. The first one is Undead Exterminator, which we will not be completing today, as the one thing that I need left from that collection is a boss. And I guess that is under a different one. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, so there's 3 bosses you need to defeat for your Undead Exterminator. One is defeating all of the undead bosses, so technically more than one, but you know what I mean. Defeating all the undead bosses on the top side collection. Defeating Cornbur, who we also defeated during the Death Troopers series, but we did not defeat the Undead Rancor. I'm not going to be doing that today, as that is group content. As much as I could probably survive the Undead Rancor, it has a tight timer on it and a large hit pool. I just don't think I could do enough damage before that would fail. Similarly, you can still see that when I was in the research facility, we did start the research facility items collection, which I might go in there and try and finish today. We'll see how long all the topside stuff takes. You also see that there is the frequent flyer collection, which this is just to fly 50 times using the Rhodian Smuggler here, who we're going to take to get into the quarantine zone today. I am not going to complete that today. But what I envision doing is having 2 characters of mine sit at the starport and constantly make group pickup points, and then me just shuttle out, group pickup point back, shuttle out, and repeat. I'm going to save that for last because I don't know how many times I'm going to be shuttling into the quarantine zone, so might as well not, shuttle in more times than I need to. The camp location of the collection is going to be pretty easy. We're going to get that today for sure. I've already visited 3 of the 2 camps, it looks like, so we just got to visit the other 2. And then the other things we're going to be looking at doing today is one of the Slayer collections, which, again, I'm not sure if I'm going to finish this one today, but we're going to be working on it, which is the only things that I have left are slaying the common, not named zombies that are scattered throughout the quarantine zone. As you see, I'm missing a lot for some of these. I'm just going to be slaying them intermittently from going to A to B in a lot of these areas. Some of the other badges we're going to be working on require us to defeat these. So we're just going to get as many as we can today, and I might finish this Slayer collection off of this video somewhere else. Let's see. The other thing, too, is there are 2 collections that are completely random in occurrence. The first one is a hidden collection where that requires us to pick up 5 items while going throughout the quarantine zone. You'll see that over here on my left vertical toolbar. I have a macro called Death Hidden. If I show you what that is by going into here, you'll see that what this macro does is it's targeting objects that are named of certain things. These are 5 items that are listed on the SWG Legends wiki for these items, and basically they can spawn randomly throughout a bunch of locations in the quarantine zone. There's a bunch of waypoints where they could spawn, but they're timed and they move it around, or they move after being picked up once. So intermittently, I'm going to be turning this macro on and off while we're moving point A to point B in the quarantine zone, and just keeping an eye out for them. So that's one thing that we're also going to be doing. And then the other random thing is the Quarantine Zone Camp Rescue Badge, which will require us to rescue survivors who are randomly found wandering the quarantine zone. They wander around all but Camp Epsilon. That's another thing where I'm going to try and do a few of them as an example, but that's another thing that I'll probably need to finish off to the side, just for the fact that you need to escort a lot of them for each camp. There are a few fixed collections that I know we can definitely get done today, so we're going to be focusing on those. So let's start by heading to Camp Alpha. Now, I've already entered the quarantine zone, visited there, and spoke with the Rhodian Smuggler, so I could take the quick travel here from the Rhodian Smuggler, and I'm going to do that. Go to Camp Alpha. So when loading into Camp Alpha, well, the first thing we want to do is speak to Zahara to renew our antivirus. If you load into the other camps, you need to speak to the 21B droids. They will do the same. So you'll notice that there is my medic following us around. You might recognize. He's going to be following us around running a macro. He's not just there for combat support, but also to keep my character alive, as I have the feeling that maybe I might be getting in a little trouble here and there throughout the journey, particularly if we do go into the research facility. I'm going to definitely need his help and potentially the help of another one of my characters. But he's going to be following us around, and for the pet today, I think we're going to use... We'll take out the Veermok. But he's just going to be basically on follow, spamming heals the entire time. We're going to be mostly from the perspective of here. So the first thing you want to do after arriving in Camp Alpha or going out on any of these quests is you want to walk over and speak to Una Ran, this Bothan, who says, I saw you come into camp. You look like you may be leaving soon. Can we talk? Maybe. Why? Since you have the antivirus, I thought you might be interested in taking care of something slightly dangerous, but will help with the quarantine zone. I'm curious how you think I might help. It is actually simple. I give you several thermal detonators. You take the detonators and destroy leaking virus canisters the undead are putting out. Blow up virus canisters. Like I said, since you are now immune to the virus, it is a simple job. There is a reward for the canister quotas as well. What is in it for you? If the virus canisters are destroyed, we have a better chance of being rescued. If a rescue party manages to land or blast its way to rescue us, they have less of a chance of succumbing to the virus before we can provide an antidote. And if I die, which could happen any minute here, I won't be needing these credits anyway. Okay, so there's somewhat of a plan. So are you in? I'm in. So this activates the quarantine zone virus container demolition and gives us a quest. We'll accept this quest. And then it adds the quest to our journal, which we can filter down to the quarantine zone, which we see fine leaking around the camp, place thermal detonators on them. But if we go to our collections, we can now see that under the Achievements tab, the Quarantine Zone Virus Container Demolition is out here, and there are 4 sets. There are a set of canisters surrounding each camp, Alpha, Beta, Gamma, and Delta, not Epsilon. And you can see we're going to have to find and detonate a lot of them, and they're spread around the camp. So these are another thing where there are fixed waypoints to these, so we can go visit them. I'm going to try and find a few on the way just to show that as an example, but I might finish that all later, or we'll just do it later during this session, as I want to make sure that we showcase everything, but I highly recommend getting this before you go out and do anything. I'm going to leave this waypoint to Una because we don't need it right now. All right, so the first collection that we're going to do is available at all of the camps, I believe. Yeah, all of the camps, and then the research facility, which are camp items. So at Camp Alpha, we have a set of waypoints here that I grabbed off the Legends Wiki again. I'm going to copy and paste them in, and then you'll see we get a bunch of waypoints, and there are these items scattered around the camp that we can go around clicking on. So here's a dirty stuffed bantha. Got that, and then we've activated the camp item, and then we're going to go over here and click this one up. This one's fairly easy and straightforward. You just go to the items, find them, click on them. So we got the torn shirt. Do you need waypoints for these? Probably not. You could probably easily find them all. They're all usually within the camp walls, I believe, or very close to them. They're not scattered far off. Let's go over here. Let's grab the movement sensor. And then we will grab the cracked helmet, which I can't see. Oh, Galaxies jank. There we go. And then looks like the next one's over here. There's a bloody knife and a broken rifle. So we'll grab these 2 items. Gonna move. Wait a moment. Click it. Grab that. Come over here. Wait. Grab the signal flare. Move over. Grab a camera. I don't know who's keeping the pet. Oh my god, it's native to Dathomir, but I don't remember its name, this little ugly thing. Baznich. Baznatch? Bizatch? Biznatch? That guy. Grab that one. What am I missing? This is why. Oh, wait. We did it. We finished it. Yay. So that's Camp Alpha. So you have to do that at each of the camps at least once. Pretty easy. Just, you know, walking around clicking stuff, and you're going to be visiting all the camps during this anyways. But in classic burrito fashion, I'm going to get rid of all these waypoints because I really don't want to, you know, manage all of them. The next mission that you're going to do at each one of the camps is a camp defense mission, also known as Forward Watch. This is for Alpha Camp. We're going to speak with Sergeant Micah Horn here, who says, "Would you mind helping me out? I really need a forward watch guard to keep the undead away from the entrance. What do I do?" All you need to do is stand guard outside the walls at the forward watch and warn us of mass attacks. It should be pretty easy. I haven't seen any mass attacks for a few hours now. Mass attacks? Don't worry, you'll be fine. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a nice pile of credits if you do this. All right, where do I go? Go to the waypoint I just gave you and keep your eyes peeled. Any undead that come your way, well, kill them again. So we have to guard the position, and we're going to get a small amount of experience and money because, of course, this is the Camp Alpha, which is the lowest difficulty of all the camps. All right, so we're at the waypoint, and now we have to wait. Now we have to survive for 60 seconds. There's going to be a wave of undead charging at us like that guy. And all we do is, you know, defeat them as they show up. They're all level 20. I don't really need my medic's help for this one, but we got him running his back anyways. And I'm just going to have my carbine out, shooting them, because why wait? I'm missing out on that sweet, sweet level 20 scaled loot. I know you're all, go get it, burrito. Which, you know what? I don't think they drop anything. Nope. They didn't. Oh, well, this one did. Nope, it's gone now. Oh, well. Don't move from that guard post. You need to do it all again if you expect to get paid. Wow, we can't even move, dude. Did I fail? Actually, did I fail getting greedy? Let's find out. Oh, my goodness. Wow, even if you just move a few meters from the spot, it fails. Okay, well, that's a good learning lesson, and I'm glad it happened on the easy short one, because the later defenses will be longer and not much more difficult until you get to the last one. Yeah, all right, well, when you're doing this, just make sure not to move from the spot, like, at all, or else you're just gonna lose. So you can't run around, you can't snare the undead and run away from them. You gotta stand there and take them on. Sounds like you're having fun out there. Come back when you're ready. I am ready. So we speak with Micah again. They say, "Great job, Soul. Thanks for helping me out. Here's your reward." So now you think, oh, that was easy, burrito. That doesn't take too long. Funny story, you have to do that mission 60 times, and it's the same for all of the other ones. You're going to have to do them at least 20 times to 60 times. That one took 60 seconds, so you have to do it 60 times. It's going to take you an hour just to finish Camp Alpha, so I'm going to show you each defense forward watch mission during this, but obviously I'm not doing all of them right now. So, yeah. All right. So the last thing you can do at a camp that is unique to the camp is speak with the delivery volunteer up front, who says, "I hear there's another camp not far from here. If you find it, come back. I have a job you might want." So I haven't even been to the next camp on this character, but basically what you can do, you can speak to the delivery volunteer once you know where the next camp is and visit it so you get the badge. Then you will escort them from camp to camp. And again, it's just like the forward watch mission where you have to do it multiple times. I can actually show you this one with Roko, as Roko has done all of them. So I will speak to him, and we will follow him with Vum. This won't count for Vum, but you know, we have to walk over to the next one anyways. You'll see that the person who owns this quest will have the title in their name, so you can see it's Roko's mission here. And basically, we're just gonna kill all sons of bitches in the way, which I was gonna do anyways for the slaying mission. So it's fine. Just, you know, get him. Apparently I haven't killed a level 5 undead yet, so that was interesting. Relearning Rock Band Guitar Hero, the adapter arrived today. You had the guitar. So, man, I haven't played those schemes in a long time. I did try and replay them a couple years ago, shortly after moving into my condo, because I still have my Rock Band guitar, but I found the latency to be unbearable. It might have been how the TV's configured. So, I don't know. Yeah, so one thing that I want to emphasize is that some of these collections are excruciatingly long and repetitive, like these defense ones and like these volunteer escort ones. So be prepared not to do this all in one go for obvious reasons, and I would highly advise saving the Slayer ones for last, because obviously doing the camp defense and escort missions, you're going to be defeating a lot of enemies on the way. So you're going to waste your time running around shooting all the zombies if you're doing these anyways. And you see that I'm sticking to that carbine here for the fact that I can just shoot him as we see him immediately. I don't really need to wait, you know, just zap, get him done. So the story here with the delivery volunteers, though, is they're taking supplies from one camp and moving it to another, and they form a little chain. Luckily, you don't need to escort any of them to Camp Epsilon, which is nice, because that's the high-level Oofer camp, so we're going to avoid that one. You can tell, though, that they don't take the most direct path. They kind of go in a curve. They have specific waypoints they have to path to. So, you know, prepared for a little bit of a stroll. It's been like 10 years since you play Rock and Guitar Hero? Yeah, dude. I used to play a lot of it. I did get up to playing Expert. I never finished through the Fire of Flames or, you know, stuff like that. But I also play most of the track lists on Guitar Hero 3 and the Rock Bands at Expert. Personally, I found Rock Band easier than Guitar Hero. I don't know, it's because of how they transpose the songs or what. Granted, the hammer-ons and pull-offs in the Guitar Hero system are way more generous. Rock Band, they're a little bit meaner. But just generally, the tracks in Guitar Hero were harder. Then again, Through the Fire Flames being an excellent example, half the time they're not transposing guitar parts, they're transposing like keyboard parts. So, yeah, a little, that's kind of cheating, but whatever. Alright, here we are coming up to Camp Beta. We can see it coming in from the smoke as the names pop up. And let's see here. I think we made it. Yep. You can't see it, but on my medic side, you basically got a mission for complete and 50 credits. So now that we're at the beta camp, we're gonna head on inside, which is kind of hard to see where. But oh hey, cracked stormtrooper armor. Let's grab that one right here, so I don't have to come back for it when we do the explore Dathomir segment. And I bet I need to pick up these batteries. I'm just gonna start clicking on stuff. You know what I mean? Apparently that cracked stormtrooper chestplate was for Camp Beta, not part of any armor collection, which makes sense. So first we're gonna just kind of like pick up as much as we can on the outside of the camp, as it looks like there's a little bit there. Camp Beta to my collections. Oh boy. All right, looks like the rest of the items might be inside, so let's head inside the small walls. All right, so we're inside. Let's grab this bracelet. If I can click it, it's so tiny. There it is. And it's a little bit displaced because of visually displaced for me, you know. Grab that. Let's grab the emergency rations. You guys probably didn't need the emergency rations. Let's grab the broken radio. Which, by the way, if you're ever doing the camp defense missions and you find yourself overwhelmed and you don't want to perish, you can always run back inside the camp. There's these camp guards here that, you know, are high level. They'll delete whatever's spawning for the most part, except for Camp Epsilon. A little bit of a fight there. So they'll give you some cover. All right, so there's a broken radio. A damaged pistol. Which pistol skin is that? Ah, the Eliminator. Nice. Let's grab the survival kit. Let's grab this ID card. Don't know whose it is. Let's grab this flashlight. They probably don't need that either. And there we go. Congratulations. Camp Beta to my collections. We got all the Camp Beta items. Oh, Una's here too? That's kind of spooky. So I guess you could speak to Una at any of them, or do you have to speak to him at all of them? Oh, look, you should really finish what you started at the other camp. I like this phrase for this camp as well. Okay, just make sure you fulfill your quotas. Come back when you get paid. Oh, so you gotta speak to Una at every location. And he gives you a mission for Alpha and Beta. Okay, well, that's good to know. I only skimmed the wiki page, so maybe I missed that note. But I only had a waypoint to the first Una, but I didn't read the whole page. Reading comprehension issues. So I guess at every camp, speak to Una. This is a good question for Momo. You don't have to do much of these missions to access things to play with others, right? It's just getting in the quarantine zone, and then the quests are for the collections. Correct. So to get in the quarantine zone, you have to complete the Something is Obviously Wrong quest, which you get from Jabba's comlink, which you get when you create your character. If you lose the comlink or delete it, I think there's another way to get it back. I don't remember how I tried to figure out, but I just couldn't figure it out. But once you get into the quarantine zone, the only thing you have to do after you have access is go to Camp Alpha, talk to Dr. Zara so you can learn about the inoculation, the antivirus. Then you can run straight to Camp Epsilon, go into Camp Epsilon to discover it. And then at the starport where the Rhodian smuggler is, talk to him, and then you can travel straight to Epsilon, because most of the group stuff you're going to do here is at Camp Epsilon or inside the bunker research facility there. And yeah, you don't have to do any of these collections I'm showing. This is just for completionist's sake. Similarly, depending on which wiki you're reading, it might say that you have to do these collections at least once for the Flores swoop. That's not true on Legends. On Legends, you just need to do the Death Troopers questline, as was demonstrated in my Death Troopers video. You just talk to Bib, who the comlink tells you to go talk to. That's what I tried to do, but he wouldn't talk to me, but it's because I had the comlink. Oh, yeah, okay, you're right. All right, so if you have the comlink, he won't talk to you, but if you don't have the comlink, he will. Okay, that makes sense in a weird way. I don't know who Vola Medine is, but I'm going to talk to him. He goes, yes. How do you get stuck in the quarantine zone? I happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, I guess. I was out extracting ore when I heard the first ugly. That is what I call them. Anyway, I could hear it scream or growl, some sort of combination of the two. It was calling the others, calling for backup or something, while staring directly at me and drooling. It was 150 meters away, but it was close enough to scare the daylights of me. Okay, well, I have to go. Luckily for me, it was missing a foot. It tried to hobble towards me. It stuck its stump into the ground and made this kind of squish sound hitting the compacted ground. Okay, I heard enough. I'm going to go now. Betsy sensed a threat and lunged at the ugly. Wait, who's Betsy? Lucky? Wow. Oh, it's from my medic. My carrying is bad. Betsy. She knocked it on the ground and covered my retreat. I ran up to some rocks and hid. Of course, more showed up then, and I'm surrounded by Betsy. Next thing I know, I was running away. I didn't stick around to watch. She was my best friend. Oh dear. Betsy, I didn't have a chance. Sorry for your loss. Sob. Interestingly, I think you can find Betsy's corpse out in the wild area, by the way. I remember finding it once while playing. If I run into it, I'll target it, but either way, let's speak to Stefan Sprocket. He's like, you might be able to help. Do what exactly? The camp is in constant danger of being overrun from the undead. I need a hero. Someone to keep the undead at bay while I continue to improve the camp's defenses. All you need to do is stand guard outside the walls and attract the undead away from me. You want me to draw fire outside the walls? Essentially, yes. Perhaps I was wrong about you. Maybe you aren't brave enough for a mission that will save lives. All right, where do I go? That is more like it. Go to the waypoint I just gave you. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see a massive undead approaching your position, then you're doing your job. Good luck. Same thing, but now a level 20 mission. Let's exit the wall and go stand at our position. Alright, now we wait here. So the wiki says it makes sense to you, but might not be the case. I think that's how it works. I had the comlink in my inventory. I didn't try deleting it. So that would probably be what happens. Luckily, this defense is only in 60 seconds. I want to say I've done the other defenses before. I want to say they get longer, but it's been a long time. So I don't remember. We'll find out, though. What an exciting 60 seconds. I'm sure the Epsilon one will be scarier. This one, not so much. Clean up the rest? Oh. When you're done messing around, come back and collect your reward. You guilt trip me into this, and then you disrespect me. Pick a lane, motherfucker. You did surprisingly well. To show my gratitude, I'll actually pay you. This is your assistance. You're free to come back for more work. Okay, maybe some other time, but right now, I have actually been to Gamma on VUM, or whatever the next one is, Delta. I remember my things. All right, gotta escort to the next camp. What are we delivering? Medical supplies, food, water, ammunition, the news, and maybe a little hope. Sure. Oh, I almost forgot. You should know that I am armed with more than weapons. If I think we are about to overrun, I will hit the panic button switch and detonate explosives I am carrying. I am not going to wander Dathomir with them. Oh, I will keep my distance then. All right, follow me. Wow, that's pretty dire. I guess if you fail, he'll explode. little bit of grim humor there, but I like it. I'm down. It's funny. All right, so same thing as the first one. We're escorting him over to the next camp. The undead will get progressively higher levels, as we see here. We're some level 40s. Even though I think this was a level 20 mission. The quarantine zone is not super consistent about the exact challenge that you face in it if you're trying to do it at level for certain zones, so keep that in mind. Oh no, I'm slowed. I'm drinking Acaragum for speed boost on both of my characters, by the way. Because we're going to be running around here a lot today, obviously, so... If we go into the research facility, though, I'm definitely going to be switching up my foods to something a little bit more defensive, because... Ooh-wee, there's some toughies in there. Interestingly, I reviewed my Slayer collection, and some of you might have saw it earlier. I actually already completed the Slay quota for level 95s and 90s, which is interesting because both of those require, I think, 50 zombies each. So just in the process of completing the Death Troopers questline, I got at least 50 level 95 zombies. That's kind of messed up considering they also have boosted health pools. Just saying. Mookie, that's what pet's for. So if you get more than about 10 meters from the volunteer, he will do his self-destruct thingy. Basically, you fail. So you want to, you know, try and be a little proactive about staying with him, having speed increases like Akaragamon, or go with the flow from the Entertainer. Or if your profession's lucky enough to have some movement speed increases like Officer or Jedi's Force Run, Bounty Hunters, Power Assisted Sprint, etc. That's obviously going to be a big boon here. That, or if you have something to cleanse any snares you get, would be very nice. So, serotonin boost from a medic, or Officer's Synaptic Stimulator, etc. Just gonna call an artillery strike on him, you know. I volunteer! My monkey is fighting one. I don't know where he be. There he is. He finished his food. Wow, this is a lot more zombies than I anticipated for this. I also hate that some of them are ranged. I wish they were just all trying to maul you. Oh, here we go. There we go. We successfully did it. And we're now at the next camp. Oh my god, there's somebody else here. What are you doing here? Get out of here. Alright. Let's start picking up items. So tiny. So hard to click, so small. Is that not what I'm looking for? It is. Just lagging. You're going to test it on your aunt, deleting the comm link? Okay. We're going to delete the character anyway. Wow. Bloody jacket. Alright, clicking these so hard. Alright, there's the next delivery volunteer who we'll speak with later. That escort's probably going to be a bitch. Too busy to do that right now. Leg my balls. Alright, there's the use med kit. Maybe. Man, I'm having a hard time picking these things up. Just make sure you see the message that you got it like that before you go anywhere, you know. I think we gotta go in the camp now to get the rest of them. All right, here's the depleted energy carbine. Where is the... There's the recording rod. I like how, like, they just kind of ran out of stuff for some of these and are just using junk items. So let's grab the ambush detector. What do we want our players doing with this new update? Collecting garbage. Don't our players already do that? Yes, but make them do it more. Alright. Cargo pockets, cargo pockets, cargo room. Get it? I'm already at this point mentally. Radar beacon in the middle. I'm like, I probably missed something that's dead in the middle of the camp, and yep, there it is. There it is. We've got all our Camp Gamma items. And there's another player here doing, looks like the defense mission. Good for them. All right, here's Una. I'm going to speak to Una again. I want to do this for Camp 2. Cool. And who's Trip? Can I help you? How did you get stuck in the quarantine zone? I was part of a rescue team of 5. Dropped in before the walls went up. We lost most of a squad of scouts. Never did find them anyway. We were on foot, and last location was in the attack. The undead. Yeah, at first we just thought they were stormtroopers, considering they were stormtroopers, but they weren't attacking. Just screaming at us in unison. I could see stormtroopers doing that. Really strange. Anyway, we didn't waste a moment before laying down suppressive fire. Did it do any good? Not really. We would shoot them down. We would shoot them down, they'd pop back up. Alpha team maneuvered to flank, but they were right on top of them. They didn't care about flanking or suppressive fire. Since of course they didn't die. A few of us managed to run before that didn't help. They surrounded you? No, actually, we made it back to an extraction point not far from here. Set up defensive positions and lay low. That was when the others got sick. You should probably know what happened next. Extraction never came. I called it off as soon as the first one of my units stood up and started eating the other. I wasn't about to risk it. I thought I was a goner. The sickness never took me. Well, it looks like you are keeping everyone alive here. Maybe, but for how long? And there's Kyra Na, who says, you look like weak, but you may be good. What? I need a weak thing like you to kill undead. Okay. Go to location, kill undead. You die and I hate you. Give credits worthy. I get credits? All right, where do I go? Go where I say, now go. Okay, well, that one's a little bit more blunt. All right, well, I actually need to switch to my main weapon, my melee weapon, or am I just gonna, you know... Nope, not yet. Maybe I should have used carbine damage power-up some of the rest of my gear instead of melee. There they go. Into the mist. Bye, player. 10 seconds left. So it looks like this one was another 60-second timer, so not too bad. Hey, stupid, you come back now. I'm tired of watching you weak stuff. Okay. You do good. You get paid. Now go away or do more work. He's forward about it. I can't really knock him for that one. Alright, I don't think I could do this one on Vum yet. Nope. He doesn't know about the other... I don't know about the other camp, so we're going to do what we did with the last one, and we're just going to take Roko. Roko needs to drink more Zacharagum, though. That's not Acharagum. What are we delivering? Same stuff. Okay, here we go. Wee... Is this guy just following me? Okay, I was gonna be like, I'll just invite him to the group. Oh, hey, there's a boss. Oh, he pathed right into that boss. Oh, here's one of the Blackwing canisters. I picked that up, but I gotta go. This guy's not waiting, so we're going. I think the ones named Undead Attacker are the ones that specifically target the delivery volunteers, potentially. So you want to make sure you shoot those at least once. The rest of them, you know, whatever. Obviously, they still might go after the delivery volunteer. Ooh, almost lost sight of you. You know, they disappear pretty quickly in the fog. I would definitely recommend having NPC names on for this. It's kind of easy to lose track. Get a monkey. Or maybe he's just not gonna... Oh, well, we're already at Camp Gamma. That one felt a little bit shorter than the last two, so that's not too bad. All right, and we made it. Rocco did complete that one. That was level 65 recommended, by the way. All right, let's see here. We're gonna check the outside walls, but it looks like all the items might be on the inside. Nope. Never mind, here are some hunting remains. So here is the next camp set of items. Here we go. So there's the skeleton. Anything else outside the camp? My medic's stuck on the wall. It's okay. There we go. There's our camp location. That's our 150th badge. Wow. Already racking up these badges, gamers. Look at that. All right, let's head inside, though. Grab this power converter. Didn't have to go to Tashuja Station for one. It's just right there. I don't know what the hell Luke was on. He just could have come to the zombie survivor camp. There's a cool basket here. Oh, here's the next Una. And so now we have the next one. So we have Alpha, Beta, Delta, Gamma. Wow. Ammo canister. Cool. Oh, there's a scout pistol up here behind Una that I almost missed. Is it an actual scout pistol? It is. All right, here's a pet cage. Maybe this was that Baznatch's cage at Camp Alpha. Got misplaced over here. Here's a signal scanner, kind of tiny. What the heck is that? Oh, it's like an impulse detector. All right, now we're deep into the camp here. This is probably one of the better setup ones. Let me just collect this sleeping cot. I'm sure you didn't need that. Sleep on the ground. Let me grab your med scanner too while I'm at it. Which actually looks like a retrofit kit, I think. Here is a damaged vibro sword. Ugh. All right, that's all the Camp Delta items. How much time we got on this? You know, 20 minutes is probably more than enough still, but we're right next to the 2-1B droid. Might as well just refresh our antivirus while we're here, you know? So let's go over that, speak to him. Yes. Yeah. You're in. Nice. See, that didn't take too long. It takes about, like, maybe 15-ish minutes. All right, here's TR522, who says, you'll need a few more weapons if you plan on surviving the next wave of attacks. Get with the supply to scavenge something, so you've been in the quarantine zone long. I was one of the grunts stationed at this forward post before it all began. Watch my whole squad get sick, die, and then stand up hungry. You didn't run. I dropped a cryoban, and while they stood there frozen, I beat them into small pieces with a stun baton. Now that I think about it, where did I put that stun baton? Ah, so these quests all hint at the items, the hidden collection items that are on the list. I was thinking about that with the last guy and his pet. And I was like, or the first guy and his pet. I'm like, Betsy, sounds like one of the collection items. And then I'm like, oh, stun baton, that's one of them. All right, so here is Lieutenant Erlen Marr. He says, "Hey, soldier, I need a volunteer for an important job. You want to make some credits? Sure, what is it? I need you to pull some guard duty outside the walls to keep the enemy from waltzing in our front door. I think I can do that. All you have to do is go to the guard post and attract their attention. Sounds good? All right. So we'll accept that. I'm just going to run carbine damage because I've almost been exclusively using my carbine throughout this, so you know. All right, looks like we're gonna have to hold off over here, so we'll just stand here and wait. Yep, there they come. Level 80. Interesting, this quest said, I think, 75. We got level 80 NPCs. I'm sure you could do this as a level 75, assuming you have appropriate gear. But might be a little tough, depending on your profession. I do highly recommend getting an entertainer buff before coming into the quarantine zone and doing anything. Even if you're just running on clicking stuff, you're going to want to go with the flow movement if you're not using Acaragum, but also just general survivability is good. You do want to run both energy and kinetic protection, though, as while many of the zombies do use only melee, so you're most likely getting kinetic damage incoming. Some of them do use range attacks, that we've seen, so just buff for both. That was the first one that we didn't actually defeat them all immediately, so... Alright, that's the last one. That is the type of hustle I like to see in this, soldier. Come back and get paid. Technically, we are on the same faction for now. You got the skill, soldier. If I get out of here, I'll send a message to High Command with my report. Until then, take these credits. Thanks. Alright, let's do the most dangerous delivery mission, I believe. There might be one worse, which might be the next one. I don't know. He wants some extra credits. Need an escort. Sure, I'll help. Alright, same thing as the other ones. He'll explode. This one's level 90, so yeah, I believe this is probably the last one. Yeah, there's 4, because you don't go to Camp Epsilon. This is a little spicy. This is gonna get a little spicy, I can already tell. Luckily, I got my monkey backing me up. He's pretty strong. Beastmaster just makes so much things in PvE easier. That's why I mentioned previously that I'm probably gonna end up switching to Beastmaster at some point. With my officer, it should make a few things easier. And also, you'll get to see a little bit different of a build. I like showcasing other viable builds. I think it's fun. This time you can see me take a little bit different of a strategy. I am trying to not AoE as much off the bat. Only really when I need it. Okay, I want to make sure my medic doesn't get caught in the wall. Okay. Oh my goodness, it's Momo! What are you doing over here? Wow, we got there with the delivery volunteer. Alright, there we go. Let's start picking up the things. I've been here before, but I didn't do the picking up things stuff, so we're gonna pick things up. There's the locator beam, beacon, beam. One of them I think is in a spicy spot. We'll find out. I vaguely remember one being in a silly spot. There's a medical console. If I can click it without clicking the Lambda shuttle. Here is a campfire, because I guess I'm just going to stick the embers in my pocket. Why not? Here's a camp toolkit. Here is a carbine. All right, I was wrong. I thought there was an item to pick up on the back of this wall, so I thought, yeah, I'd go around and click it, but maybe I'm overthinking things. Here is a medical analysis tool. A lot of medical tools here. And here's the antidote kit. And a radio. Sorry, no tunes for you. And here's a backpack. I am missing an item. The holodisc? I don't think I picked up the holodisc. Oh, it's outside the wall. Okay, so I wasn't overthinking it. I was just thinking that it was outside the wall in a different spot, but instead it's right here. You know, I saw that too, but I thought it was in the camp wall. There we go. There's our Camp Epsilon, and we're done picking up camp items. That's pretty easy, huh? Nothing too wild there. Who's got the funny plot? Is it UGT? Is it true you retrieve the shuttle parts when you make a bow fly? Well, look, I've served with these guys. These guys are important to me. They probably won't tell you how we all lost hope, but we had until you arrived. We aren't out of this yet. No, you're right. I need to go. Keep them very good luck, Limo. We are all depending on you. Yeah, a lot of these people have they're just thanking me for doing the death trigger quest. So let's just talk to Zeus Val. You prisoner? Are you going to research the background or help me out? Yeah, you say credits for what? All you have to do is go to a guard post outside the walls. Yep. Yeah. Well, back in the corner here. I think the challenge here is going to be not pulling everything. We gotta wait for a while. Where are all these guys? Yo, how long do you have to wait for this one? The hell? It's been almost a full minute. You don't remember. The other ones I didn't have to wait that long. Maybe it's because... Well, no, I didn't have to wait long after the other player. It took forever when you were doing it on another server. And you remember dying. Unbuffed and night robes. Yeah, that'd do it. Why is this wait oddly long? Can the devs do something? Can the devs in the chat please spawn this wave for me, please? Are these things like spawning from a million miles away and I just have to wait for them? Are they stuck somewhere? Who's fixed the ant? Please stand up. They all stay seated. I feel like I should dump it and pick it up again, but what if then I have to wait even longer? You know what I mean? I think I should get this one again. I don't think this is working as intended. I actually activated my weapon power-up shortly before this. It's been 7 minutes. I don't think you're supposed to have to wait this long, right? This seems a little excessive. All right, I'm gonna dump this quest and grab it again. This doesn't seem right. Watch it double spawn now. Oh, nope, there we go. It updated almost immediately. So, yeah, that was just it being a silly little goose. Yeah, okay, so I guess if you have to wait for more than, say, 10 seconds, just dump it and grab it again. Also, probably didn't need to run... I probably should run my melee power-ups now again, because they're spawning very close. They're making me a little claustrophobic, gamers. But we got Monkey. Monkey, big help. Love Monkey. I don't want to AoE, because I don't want to pull the level 95 patrolling right next to me. So I'm just gonna slowly wail on him. So far, it's pretty manageable, especially since my pet is occasionally grabbing hate from these other ones. So definitely be a lot. I don't know if I'd be able to do this with my medic here right now, full transparency. I bet I could probably drag them inside the starport to my right, as I believe that door opens, and I think I could probably AoE them in there safely, but we're already almost done, so I'm not going to worry about it. Ah, great. Those deads are dead again. Come back and get credits. Boom, baby. All right, so that was basically all of the unique camp stuff. I know there's still some topside stuff to do, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to head into the research facility here. Okay, so I refreshed my med buffs, and we're going to head in with Momo here. It's going to be my Jedi backup. And we're just going to go right into the research facility like, again, you saw during the Death Troopers quest line, except in this time, we're going to just walk up in here, and then I'm going to copy and paste a bunch of waypoints into my chat, which will give us all of the items that we need to worry about that we will be collecting today. I was able to collect 2 of them during the Death Troopers quest, but I think the remainder were in non-quest positions or just didn't look at it. All right, so we got all of them. Unless I didn't summon my familiar. Come on out, Beasley. All right, so if anyone isn't already aware, the inside of this bunker is literally just Deathwatch. So if you're familiar with Deathwatch Bunker, you know how to navigate this area. It's even easier. You don't need the keys to unlock the doors. You're just wandering around. All right, so in this room, in this corner, is a cracked data pad, and I'm standing right on it. I'm gonna grab it, which apparently put me into combat with I don't know what, but now we got a cracked data pad, so that's number 1 of a bunch. I would delete these, but they're kind of hard, so I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, so we're gonna head down this way, and hopefully my medic doesn't get stuck on all the doors. If you see bumps stop every once in a while, that's me trying to get my medic to cooperate. Maybe it's my pet. What's my pet doing? That's what it was. He was like off attacking something somewhere. I don't know where the hell he was. He was like working overtime on something. Yeah, we don't need to go in that room. We need to go down this way. I hate that all these guys have like enfeebles and bleeds. Very annoying. Alright, so we're gonna head over into this room as there is a personal locator in here. It's located right here. I can't collect while in combat, but what am I in combat with? Might have to... See, even my pet's looking at it. What are you targeting? It's that guy? Okay, there we go. I guess you're... Did you taunt it?
No. I don't know how I got it. I just clicked your pet and then clicked it. I'll run up there and kill that guy.
I'm trying to send my pet to get it, but I think the pathing in this area is just not computing for it. I think it's not dropping combat because we're technically not super far away, but we're also not close. You know what I mean? That's... Okay. Okay, where is he?
One of these guys to the right over here. This one.
That one?
You think? Nope. Maybe you wandered away even further because this one actually shot me and took damage.
Let me see if I can fish him out again with my medic. Well, that's not the right one.
Just gonna kill them all.
I guess. So, for anyone who's like, what's going on? There's an enemy that we're stuck in combat with who's just walking around the surface indefinitely. Yeah, he might as well be the circus. Okay, I'm out of combat now.
Okay, so I got him. So I'll kill these guys and we'll be good.
Yeah, maybe it's... I don't know. Maybe it's because of who he was stuck on in combat. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, well, back down we go. Yeah, so I think what happened was he was pathing above us when we clicked that data pad. And so then he got in combat because of it. The Z-axis is just the worst invention for this game. And I know 3D wouldn't exist without it, but yeah, this game really struggle buses with it. How am I not in combat with this, but everyone else is? That room's like just big enough to where my AoE doesn't cover the whole thing. Alright, so there's a personal locator right here on the ground next to these powered down droids. I'm gonna wait, click on it. Easy. Alright, so next we gotta go over to where the the droid is where you get like your battery cleaned during the foreman quest. So we're gonna go in this door and then hang right. If my medic can make it around corners. So the reason I'm playing my overhead map up, I know it's not very pretty, is so I can watch to make sure my medic doesn't get stuck somewhere. This is what I do whenever I have something on /follow. It just helps me keep tabs on everything.
I can watch it if you want that, or if you think that'll put you more at ease on it.
Nah, it's fine.
Okay.
He's my baby. I'll take care of him. He's my child. I'll take responsibility. All right, so there's a supply crate in the corner. So right here, click that. Okay, so now we can start heading further down. Excuse me. We will go this way. I'm sure some people are used to me playing my overhead map up anyways. I had this up during a lot of the legacy missions, especially the ones that are like, oh, welcome to the Geonosian Cave again.
I can only play with it up. I don't understand how people can navigate without it.
It's definitely more scenic to play with it down, but I'm just so used to having it up. I remember when I started playing with Griffin Striker, he's just like, I don't know how you play that up all the time. I was like, just by what I do in the game, it just makes it easier for me. And now he's the same. He's like, I remember distinctly one time we were playing. He's like, hey, I only put an overhead map up now. Thanks a lot. And I'm like, sorry, it's just so useful. I wish more MMOs had a feature like this. Man, especially Star Wars: The Old Republic. That overworld map is so freaking hard to read on some planets.
It's like the Riot Trail. You know, you try to zoom in and follow the little pathways on the planet map. Oh boy.
Man, some of this game's maps are really bad. Kashyyyk is definitely the worst. Like, it's more of a suggestion of where you are rather than anything useful. Okay, so there's a medical canister here in between the two crates on the ground, so we're going to want to click on that. Which, of course, is going to start combat. I figured that was going to happen. Alright, so click on that. And then I'm trying to read this map. Yeah, I think we can keep going. Oh, did you get pulled in combat again?
No, it was just the same guy.
Oh. I killed one guy, and then I forgot about the other guy. Object permanence mode. Okay. So after we get that, we're going to run, and we're going to go straight across, so not down. This is like the one room that everyone always remembers from Death Watch Bunker. This big, weird brown platform room. Okay, this room's kind of dangerous. There's a lot of NPCs in it. So I'm going to try and not pull all of them. And let Momo grab them. I'm going to AoE in the middle of the room, unless I get line of sighted. Alright, so over here in this very far room, we will find an auto syringe past these 3 zombies. I don't know why the cryogenic lab assistant's so strong. Alright, so I'm going to go stand, wait, click it. Cool. I'm like, please don't pull the zombies from the other room. I wonder if the top surface... I wonder if these items obey line of sight, but there's no roof on the top floor, so it didn't check. So that's why the zombie on the surface got pulled. No idea, programming-wise. That's just me guessing. But that's something like that wouldn't surprise me. It's like how in Baldur's Gate 3, most of the inside areas actually don't have a roof, because, you know, why would you? It's extra work, extra processing power. All right, now we're getting to level 95s, so this is when it's going to start getting a little spicier. Luckily, they're not all gold bosses. Just some of them are when you're doing the quest, and that sucks balls. So much health. Granted, I'm not using AoEs because I'm not trying to pull everything here. Okay, so we need the broken rifle, which is in this way and then to the left. Which is right behind this guy. Okay. Stop. Wait. Click. I already have this one. Okay, cool. There's 2 that I already have. I have this one and I have the corn burr one, but we can do corn burr anyway since we're here, because why not?
I pulled something and stuff is running all over to get here.
Oh, it pulled from the bottom room? Yeah, that one's fun. My pet's blitzing them right now. Come back, pet.
Will they come here?
Yeah, if I call my pet back. There he is. Bornos, no!
I saved him. I taunted in time.
Thank you. It's not like he can't be revived for no penalty, but... He's still fighting one, but he's invisible.
No, he's stuck in the wall here.
Oh, sick.
It's right here.
Is he actually, like, here?
Yeah, he's actually like here, I guess.
Still can't see him. Get him, Vornos.
Bornos would win.
Oh, I see him on my medic screen, but not my officer's screen. That's wild.
I don't see him at all. That's great.
Yeah, it's super weird. Like, you can see my medics over here, like, wailing on something.
Yeah.
I'm fighting a ghost right now, everybody. I'm shadowboxing.
I'm gonna intercept so that you can potentially get heat procs and stuff.
I don't even remember what my medic's running on the melee weapon. Yeah, you get that guy. Okay, I got that one. Go, spooky ghost.
I mean, it's just another type of undead, right?
Right. It's true. It's thematic. The bugs in here just create ghosts, and so it's even harder. The Blackwing virus has mutated. Alright. Let's get rid of these guys.
Okay, I didn't have to hit this guy. I just did because I'm stupid.
It's okay. Sometimes they might want to join in once we get the clicky in this room anyways, so. Which is over here. Yeah, we're gonna need to defeat this one at least. There's all my inspiration procs. Proc like mad.
I'm so inspired right now.
I'm just that inspiring. All right, so the medical canister, I guess. Oh, wait, that was the one above us. This is why I delete these usually, so I don't get confused. But they're all like on top of each other, so I'd have to sort through the data pad for them, and that's smelly. So there wasn't one in there. I gaslight myself. There is one in this next room though, because I don't think there's anything that overlaps with this one, and I don't think we got it yet. I'm gonna let you go first. That room's kind of scary. Get in here, Vornos. Oh, that's who you're fighting. Like, who are you after, homie? Alright, so over here in the corner, there are the patient records. This one I was correct about. We're now in combat with something that isn't in the room. Oh, it's the guy adjacent in the next hallway. He's coming, though. Unless Vornos intercepts him.
Save Vornos.
Don't mess with my Schlizzard.
So these guys have like beast abilities.
Yeah,
Doing
all
the
the zombies
bleeds
have
and
beast
stuff.
abilities. It's usually enfeeble, hamstring, defensive, and some of them have disease, the action dot. So they suck ass. That's why I was like, you might be able to solo sit, but if you can, it'd be so long and so freaking annoying, especially since the antivirus only lasts 60 minutes. So if you're in here for longer than an hour, you're just going to start dying anyways. Okay, let me zoom my map out. Okay, let's start clearing these guys out. I don't think we have to go to the south end of the cave. I don't see any waypoints over there. We're going to need to go in the Undead Rancor room, but he's not going to be there. So it's okay, we'll be fine.
What if we will him into existence?
Well, I do have the quest. I could trigger him, but I am not spawning him. You can't make me. He will kill us. Well, maybe he won't kill us, but we won't do anything. It'd just be a waste of 10 minutes.
Is he level 99 or something?
He's level 95. We could probably heal through him and kill the ads that show up. The problem is that you only have 10 minutes to defeat him, and then he despawns, and he has a shit ton of health. And he has the black
That's not
buff.
happening.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
No. It's like It's like Proto-Tyrannotech. Well, technically, it's the forefather of Tyrannotech. So even though we could survive him, I'm pretty confident. I don't think we could. We wouldn't be able to defeat him. We need some more DPS here. On live, people would fight him with like 2 8-mans. I've done it with like 7 people, but okay. So, but there is a clicky in his room. Luckily, we can enter the room without spawning him. Go this way. I'm gonna let you go in first. Another scary room. A lot of death troopers.
Sorry to freak you out. I just didn't pop saber block right away. I was like, it can't be that
No,
bad.
it's okay.
It was that bad.
Alright, I'm gonna pop shields. That's why I'm like, this is a scary room. We didn't have to pull all of them at once, but I figured we could do it. I love their audio lines, by the way. Just the rar, 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 rar. It's good. Okay. They should die from this volley. Alright, so heading into the Rancor room. There is one clicky in here. Towards the back. There's a stuffed Star Destroyer. And I guess a dead Wookiee question mark? We don't need to click on the dead Wookiee.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Okay. Okay, I'm missing 1 item still. You should be missing, I think, at least 2. Let me look at my collection, figure out where I'm at here. Okay. I'm missing the emergency generator. So let me delete the rest. We'll go fight Cornbird because he's holding one of the items. Well, not holding, but guarding. Cornbird, again, not being that tough, and also add to collection for you. Oh, I see where it is. Okay, okay. We'll have to backtrack after Cornbird, but that's fine. We have to go into that room where guys pulled from the bottom floor and ran all the way up to you. That's where the last one is.
Okay.
All right, let's beat up this Death Trooper. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have the medic target you. And I'm going to put serotonin boost on my bar. I don't need it there. So the main mechanic with Cornbird, everybody, is that he has Pistol Whip. Amazing. Bornus's threat from Provoke. Love him. I even did a full whammy opener on this guy, too. Popped everything for speed. Provoke's just so good at generating hate, I guess.
It really is. I can't keep up. I can't taunt it off of Vornos.
Well, Vornos is absorbing the whips, and his damage is so low that Vornos can basically tank it without being targeted. Looks like he's starting to... I'll put my medic on Vornos. Alright, I guess Vornos is the tank now. Yeah.
Provoke OP.
Yeah, this is why during, Oh, having a little bit of lag. This is why during normal heroics, unless you're like splitting off from the group and doing something specific, you don't want to run Provoke. If your pet has Provoke, just don't use it. Because you can really fuck up boss fights running Provoke. Like if someone's trying to like do something specific with the boss. This here it's fine. Got almost halfway.
Very short boss fight, clearly.
Clearly. I mean, clearly, like, this might take one person a while, but we're blitzing it. Again, this guy is designed for a full group, everybody. We're just cheesing him because why not? Not action. I gotta spam overcharge. Oh, never mind. There's my procs. Yay! Ask and I receive.
Occasionally I'll get a flurry and full hate, and that will instantly provoke it away from me again.
Oh yeah, Flurry's good. This fight's taking so long. I could put rally point down again, yeah.
I mean, I'm only doing like 2700 DPS.
That's about what I'm doing right now. It's that undead resiliency.
Yeah, it's the undead boat.
I gotta just spam overcharge for a bit, everybody. Bums out of action. Wow. Give me a proc. What were those procs earlier?
Where are the procs?
No one can be like, oh, it's your running melee. I'm like, no, I'm literally doing what all ranged ones do. It's no different.
Spam all the good abilities until you run out of action, and then it's overcharge. That's all there is.
That's all there is. I like how melee abilities are just long enough to where I can squeeze in like 2 rounds of overheat and overcharge, or charge shot and overcharge, or whatever. Whatever the called shot. Sorry, got it.
Yeah, called shot. Come on.
Come on, man. I gotta get it together. Come on, Burrito. You can do it. They don't call you Big Rap for nothing. No one calls me that.
Pornos died. Oh.
Oh my god, I didn't even realize it. This was got whipped one too many times. Because the boss is actually using pistol whip. I didn't mean that in a weird way.
And it is constant. This guy does not
Yeah,
stop
no, he does
whipping.
it constantly. It's very annoying.
There's no debuff to prevent it from happening continually.
I tell Vulnerus to attack, but we're almost done, so screw it. Damn, I did resist best. Rotting Lungs. I think that's used for a crafting thing, yeah. Oh shit, my inventory's almost full. Okay, oh. Behind him, frequency scanner right here, my toesies. This is what we fought him to pick up. Alright, so there's one left. It's back the other way, so we gotta fight our way out of the mine. That's fine, that's on our way out anyways. Because I don't know if you can use the back door exit. You could try. I don't know if you can use the back door exit if you haven't finished the quest. For reference, when people do like Undead Rancor runs, they usually just clone out of here. They usually don't bother running out, but I think I'm going to continue some of the overworld collecting things. I didn't need to fight this guy. Hey, he's going to probably get mad anyways. There we go. I'm so glad I run hybrid. Doing melee only for like endgame would be really frustrating with the GA procs.
Yeah, I had someone no G's earlier. That was strictly melee only, didn't have overcharge.
It's pretty bad, right? It's like frustrating.
It was, I was on medic, so, the open hand EK first boss, ran out of action, like, very early on, and I was like, well, I'm gonna stasis the boss until you just sit there and click, Drill Master for the rest of the fight.
Oh, yeah. My god. See what I mean with their short cooldowns? It's kind of almost frustrating.
Yeah. And if they're level 90, like, there's a chance you can just run past them, but level 95 is aggro too fast.
Nah. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna come down here, and we're gonna go right. Did you want the Rancor quest, by the way?
Do you get it here or something?
Yeah, it's at this command console.
Might as well.
It's, let me see, I don't think I have it on my medic. Hey, it's internal log, comms received. It's a maintenance room? No. Experimental lab? No. I don't remember which one. Yeah, okay. It's internal comms received, observation area level 3. And then you get the Undead Rancor group event quest. And then that terminal down there in that room, you just click that to spawn him.
Okay.
That's also how you get the Blackwing Crystal, which according to the most recent or previous one of the community transmission, that's getting buffed to 6%. So it'll be a good acid crystal finally. Yay!
Yeah, and the Hulk one is going to get a collection to become 6% rather than just getting directly buffed, so it's not going to be the easiest access 6% crystal necessarily.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Bane's is still probably going to be the easiest. Or is Bane's 5%?
I mean, Cold. Bane's is 5%.
Got it. Oh, yeah, for the Hoth Permafrost. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they also said Bane's will get buffed to 6%, but who cares about an electric 6% being easy to access, you know?
I think the only time you ever use electric is when you're like, damn, I really need to not die in this fight.
When you're DSJ stacking glance.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, if I don't get glanced, I die. I love these, oh, they replaced the SBDs in here with KX series droids too. Totally forgot about that. Alright, so ignore that dill hole. He's part of the Death Troopers quest, but we can click this generator when I'm not in combat.
Moving has interrupted. Good
I,
job.
I think I'm in
What are you
combat
in
with one of the
combat?
guys upstairs. Yeah, it was the guy in the
Where's the
upper
guy?
catwalk. He's trying to run down here, I think. Hilariously... Oh, there he is. I hit him with one of my AoEs. Hey, Canisters, you want to help? No? Useless. Scrap those droids.
I agree.
Alright. Now we can pick up the last one. There we go. Quarantine zone camp and facility collectibles badge completed. It's on our badges down here. There we go. There it is. And we also got the camp location badge earlier. Okay, so now we got to get out of here. Let's just run back to the top. Because if we have to run back to the cave and you can't take the back exit, then we have to clear the cave again, and I'm tired of clearing the cave. I've already done it twice, and I don't want to do it again.
You got a pet in combat down here.
Yeah, I just noticed that. What? Did that guy spawn when we were going through the room? When did he appear?
No, we just ignored him.
Oh.
And your pet decided not to.
Well, I wasn't even in combat. Only my medic got in combat. Now he's like on my medic. There it is. Alright, let me resummon my pet. I'm sorry, Vornos. I don't mean to do this to you. If anyone runs their pet builds without pet revive, and it's not like a 1-point pet build where you don't even get it, change that. That revive is
You
way
did it for
better.
just the first point, right?
No.
Oh, you mean with the
like the reduced cooldown. I used to run builds where you wouldn't put any points in the reduced cooldown. That was the worst decision in my BM career. Don't ever do that. It's
Yeah, my medic is struggling to have as few points as possible for 2 abilities. And I think I have 1 point in that.
yeah,
Missing it by 5 seconds.
just don't even like get the reduced or increased pet beast heal. It's not worth it, especially as medic, since your heal potency is already stacking on your pet heal anyways. And you also have big other heals, right? But yeah, the revive is more useful because it's like, okay, yeah, I could heal either a tiny amount more with my one single beast heal, or I can revive it with 75% of his HP for 3 points, which is way more HP. And also only takes 5 seconds. But there's more guys in here all of a sudden. I think it's because they pathed in. But we're starting to get back into the town of level 90s, so this is getting a little bit easier. So the only thing that we didn't complete in here is defeating the Undead Raid Corps, but like again, that's group content. I would like to do that at some point, but today's not that day. I don't need this map up anymore. Well, I'm tracking my medic. The arrow on the wall threw me off. Yeah, I was just like, wait a second, did we go the wrong way? Like, wait, no, we're trying to exit. We're going the right way.
Why does it tell you to go in instead of out? It should be telling you to leave all the time, right?
Yeah.
It was actually
Great
blood,
question.
Like, hey.
Well, maybe the survivors wrote it and they're like, hey, we're this way. Maybe that's it. You know what I'm saying?
No, it doesn't fit. See? Look at this. This is correct.
Oh yeah, good point. I don't know. Also, I realized that when we came back in this room, I got disoriented and I went the wrong way. Wait. Yeah, we go this way. The arrow's right.
The arrow's right, okay. Trust the arrow.
I don't trust anything from SOE dev content sometimes. This game gave me trust issues. Ugh, these guys feel like they die so fast now after waiting through all those level 95s.
Yeah, level difference means so much in this game.
Yeah, it's pretty... It's good that they can like do that kind of difficulty spike. It just doesn't happen very frequently, so you kind of forget about it. Because even like most, if not all, the heroics are still at like level 90 for the bosses you fight. I guess Kazash Senya is different. I think they're 92 or something. All right, we're back. After running down and running all the way back up, that only took 42 minutes. Glad I refreshed my med buffs. So what we're gonna do now is, now that we've completed the camp collection items, we're gonna go head over to the Delta Camp. As you can see, I generate waypoints for it. We're gonna collect the canisters outside of Delta Camp. First, we're gonna make sure Momo also has the quest. That dude's unbuffed. Good luck, man. All right, so we're doing quarantine zone quest Delta. Let's just go counterclockwise, because why not? No specific reason. So there's 16 canisters. Will I try and delete these as we get them? Let's see, how far can I zoom in? No. I was gonna remember. Oh, they move. They spawn in random spots. Sick. Okay. Yay. All right, well, there's one. So we just got to keep running around clicking these all until we destroy the amount that we need.
Oh, and only one of us can click them.
Sick.
That's gonna be fun. Oh!
Whoa, wow, it knocks us out. Cool. All right. I didn't know it did that. That's fun.
You have blood cleansers?
Yeah, but it's like a minute cooldown. All right, so note to self. Don't stand next to the cans, or else you'll kick the can, metaphorically speaking. Oh, I forgot you have to, like, when you get end-capped, you have to restart your follow macro or follow command.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yes and no. Yes, because it's like, oh, that's a good thing they thought of that. No, because it's like, damn it. All right, none here.
I wish I remembered what it was called and I'd just be spamming a target macro.
Oh, problem is it starts with the letter A.
Oh, gosh.
So it just targets everything. The hidden collection items don't. So I will be having that macro run. Oh, there's one. You can click this one. Oh shit, a survivor. When you're done playing explosives, we can talk to him. This is a good example. I haven't been able to show this. So these survivors randomly spawn, and they'll want you to take them to a nearby camp. So this is going to be the Delta one. You have to do this a shit ton of times. And it's another, like, you got to stay close to them when you're escorting them kind of deal. So if you want to click that Blackwing canister over there, you can. And I'll stay with the survivor. I don't remember how many cans we need to click, by the way. Maybe the collection will tell me. It does. Oh, we need 10 of each. Well, 10 of this one.
Escort mission, let's go.
Let's go. A lot of the quarantine zone missions are escort missions, unfortunately. I will argue they are still better than space escort missions. You spacers can fight me on that one.
Want me to click it again?
Yeah, you can take him.
It might kill the survivor. I'm gonna wait.
Oh, good point. That might kill the survivor, huh? I'm not sure if I'm in the mood to experiment, but that is funny.
I'm in the mood to experiment, but this is gonna take a while.
Yeah, right. I love this quest. So this is the Delta survivors. So these ones are the ones you need the fewest of. So this quest we're doing right now, there's one for Camp Alpha. You have to do that one 60 times. And again, they spawn randomly. We activated the collection, so I can show that collection really fast. According to Zone Camp Rescue. So yeah, that I have to do 9 more times. Alpha, you need to do 30 times. And they all spawn randomly. There's no there's no guarantee on that one. So you can see how some of these will take enough time to where I want to showcase them when available, and I'm glad we ran into the survivor, but obviously you know, I'm not gonna worry about doing all those right this minute. There was a can over here. Maybe I'm thinking about the one over by position 6. I figured that since Momo's here, this would be the best time to do these because obviously they're in higher population areas with higher NPCs. This is the hardest set of canisters. After this is... Oh, that's going to blow up. Right, I gotta move. Oh, I heard the beeping noise it makes when you plant it.
Yeah, I heard that on the last one I did too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a cool... I don't... Do they use that beep anywhere else in the game? Oh. I keep forgetting they're going to explode, so I just keep standing there.
It killed the zombie!
Sick. Okay, so that can kill NPCs. So, don't do this at the same time as an escort mission, or you're going to regret that. It's kind of cool that it kills the zombies. It's fun. How many thermal detonators does this guy have, by the way? He has, like, more than he has food. I do like that it glows red. Alright, you want to collect this one?
You can do it.
Alright.
Finish yours first, that's fine.
These actually spawn a lot quicker than I thought they would, so that's a nice surprise. These waypoints aren't exact, but they do point to the general area they're found in, so... Like, I'm sure there's been instances where these waypoints are, like, right on top of the things, but...
Your medic doesn't have Acaragum. So, falling behind. Oh yeah, he does. What?
Yeah, he does. He's just always going
Why
to
is
be
he
a little
falling
bit...
behind?
He's always going to be a little bit behind, because he's delayed following me, right? He's following the leader, so... You shouldn't fall too far behind, though. I don't see canister over there.
I'm hoping I didn't mess you up for doing one. Or doing 3, I guess.
Huh? No. I don't think you messed me up. These have already respawned and recycled back in. They're not fixed. They just generate and then shift around. Alright, here's this one. Shinibaka? Oh yeah, my medic got stuck somewhere. Oopsies. I will save him. Hold on. It would have been better for me to straight up kill these guys, but... Medic, where'd you go? He got stuck on a tree. It's alright. This is what sprint stims are for, everybody. When your alt character gets stuck on a tree.
That's when you use the sprint stone.
Yeah, no other time. Especially not when you're trying to run down to Akvam the fastest, even though you're going to have to sit there and wait for everybody else. I still do
I do
it.
it so I can take a sit, okay? I do it so I can sit down and be a Jedi without delaying.
Oh yeah, meditate. I never think about that. Alright, I'm done. That's Camp Delta containers. The rest are yours. Click this one.
I don't want to click it.
Click it. Get more
What am
badges.
I getting badges for? I gotta look like a meta player. Run away!
This badge is meta. It means that you have tempered yourself against the challenges of the undead. It'll make you better in PvP, probably not, but... Most of the people you fight in PvP will be brainless, just like these undead, so, it's like practice.
That's so rude.
But...
I was playing League of Legends Arena last night.
Oh, King of
Someone
Undead.
also plays this game, but on a different server, and is going to make an account and come over and play here just to say they'll beat me up.
Okay.
Like, okay.
That sounds like a League player to me.
Yeah, it sounds like a League player to me, too.
Here's another one.
Not gonna lie, I am very lost since I don't have waypoints like you do.
Yeah, the fog here's a bitch, huh?
Can't see nothing.
Nope. I think anything like further than the 20 meter, maybe 30 meters out is completely invisible. Other than their names, of course.
Pushing L doesn't even do anything out here. It's terrible.
Oh, yeah.
But when does it ever? Like, this is the one time that I'd want to use it, and it's just...
L would be more useful if it was like a cone, and then it actually did something. Like, make it a stronger cone. Oh, you got a couple right next to each other. Look at you. The waypoints were helpful, even though they weren't exact, but they pointed me to the, like, general zone.
What does the basket do?
That's part of the
collectible?
item collection, where you collect the items around the camp.
I'll start it then. I'll
Looks like we
definitely be
fulfilled.
back to do all of it just like you, eventually.
Eventually.
This
Alright.
is such a content-dense area.
Yeah, right? It's like a weirdly large content update for, like, what it is. Which is a tie-in to a book release. Okay, do you want to do a hard escort mission, or do you want to go click more canisters?
Up to you. I'm just along for the ride.
All right, let's do the escort mission because that one is more difficult, and we only need to do it 10 times. Where the next set of canisters, I think, is 20. That's easier. So let me just get rid of these. And then so I don't get lost, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make camp waypoints now. For Epsilon and Delta. So we're going to do the delivery volunteer here. You can talk to him as well, I think? Or not. Can you only do them one at a time? Or maybe you'll get credit because you're with me. It's weird because this feels like a group quest, especially this one. This is the hardest one. So that's kind of weird if you can't do more than once at a time.
At least he's running. He's not slow.
Yeah, I know. At least these escorts are pretty fast. The survivors are obviously slow. He will stop to fight shit, though. But I'm not going to AoE. I'm just going to, you know, carve a path. I can't get more than 10 meters from him, or else he'll be like, oh no, and then he'll disappear, so you'll forgive me if I don't mark out with melee.
This would definitely be a lot easier with pets then. Just have your pet do the work.
Yeah. Thing is, like, sometimes he just takes a random... Oh, yeah, he's gonna run to that. But I can't see it. There it is. I can't see what it's stuck on because of the fog. Oh, it was a tree. So glad I have Crippling Vortex's immediate AoE. Just pulls all these guys off of him immediately. Come back, Valdir. Homie!
Oh, he just booked it.
Homie! Oh, the wrong way. I wandered away too far.
He ran straight into this undead.
Wait, I might have failed this, but he's still going, so I don't... Said I wandered too far away, but he's still here. No, he's still going. Maybe I could still succeed? No, I don't have the quest anymore. But he's still going. So let's see what happens. I don't think this will count. I got confused which way he went around the wall, so I went the wrong way. So it still plays out. But... What the fuck? What?
He's just sitting there chatting.
So he made it here, but he didn't despawn because I failed the quest. And I talked to him, and then I was able to get it again.
Oh, he disappeared.
But I still have the quest. I think I broke it.
Maybe he's back at the other camp.
I mean... Okay, so if you fail it, you fail it. Don't try and, Don't try and, cheese it like I just did. I'm just gonna delete it. Good to know, though. Learn from my mistakes. That's a theme with this, with my videos. You're passing it to the right. It's weird, is they even suppress, like, the waypoint beam of lights with this fog. Like, I can't even see the beam in the distance. I just have the arrow in the overhead map. This is, like, advanced darkness. You can see why I drink Akragam here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and just try and clear some of these guys to make it easier.
Alright, go for it.
I'd say you should just stick next to him and have your medic and I take care of things.
That's usually what I do. Like when I was doing this earlier, I was just following him, and then I got a recon monkey. Here he goes.
So I guess the ones that will go directly to him are the attackers, and otherwise you can
Correct.
ignore 'em.
Yeah, otherwise the other ones won't attack him unless he paths near them. So that's usually why I'm responsive with him. I just go, okay, is it close? Yes? No? Did he just book it? Where is he?
He just died.
What the fuck? And then you just got encapped.
I got exploded.
Fuck him. We're going hard on this one, gamers. I lose vision of him for 1 second in the fog, and then he dies, like, immediately. This one sucks.
I think the actual issue is, like, right here, so I'll just keep this spot clear.
Okay.
As things spawn and wander around, I'll just keep killing it.
What's funny is I didn't fail the quest, but I'm gonna delete it anyways. Since he clearly died.
He's very dead right here, yep.
I wandered too far away from your volunteer. Yeah, He's dead.
Slash poke. Corpse of delivery volunteer Vum.
Rip. That was my Celestin doppelganger.
He would have lived if he had a bobblehead helmet on.
Imagine if like you can give these guys like gear.
He does die absurdly quickly. Like 2 or 3 hits is all it took.
Yeah, especially thinking I think he pulled like the level 90 ones there.
Yeah.
So he's not back yet. So I guess I'm waiting for him to respawn.
His corpse is still here.
I'm surprised I got back before he respawned.
If I leave, well, oh, there's goes the corpse, so he should spawn, I'd assume.
Yep. That's like, what, 2 minutes? Okay, I gotta keep a hawk eye on this guy. Because it's like night on Dathomir, the fog's even worse. So it's like as soon as I turn away, I'm like, wait, where did he go? I know he has the name, but everybody, look how many names are on my screen. What do you want me to do? I brought him. Let's go, gamer. You're almost there, dude. Shake that big fish booty. All right, we got it. Man, you don't even need to take him all the way in. All right, that's 2 of 10.
Oh, we gotta do that many times?
Sure do.
These guys respawn ridiculously fast right here, just saying.
Oh, never mind. I was only 1 of 10. Oh, right, because I didn't do it with Roko. I gotta do that 9 more times. Yee! Wait, I feel like I should have done that more than once. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. Escort volunteers. Yeah, I gotta do that. Oh, sorry, I'm wrong. I have to do that 18 more times. My bad. You can see why people don't finish these collections. They're kind of ass.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
Like, there's basically nothing you can do to make this smooth. I think this is the best you can do, is have someone here just clearing the horde at the gate.
Yeah, luckily the rest of them are pretty easy. This one's just the one that sucks. So I was just like, well, if you're here and willing to help, this would be the best one to help me with. The rest of the collections are pretty easy, minus, of course, killing the Undead Rancor, but that'll happen when it happens.
They knocked me out of Jedi stance.
What?
I don't understand.
How?
But I just suddenly couldn't flurry. I was like, why can't I flurry? My Jedi stance was gone.
You weren't, like, clicking your buffs off, were you?
No.
Wild.
I don't have Jedi stance on my bar. I have it on a secondary buff bar, but I haven't gone to that one.
That's nuts. Imagine getting hit so hard by a zombie, it knocks you out of your stance.
Not very Jedi-like of me.
You're losing your focus.
No, that's for the Dark Jedi.
Oh, good one. You were on that
I don't
one.
have to focus.
Here I come with number 3. Why are there so many undead attackers all of a sudden up here? One's wandering around inside the camp, just unaccosted by the guards. I love it.
Yeah, I saw him, but I was like, surely that's not an issue, right?
No, he isn't vibing there.
It's like I let these patrols go by, because it's annoying, and they're not gonna be here whenever you get here, right? Right?
Right. All right, there's another one down, another one gone, another one bites dust. This is definitely a good strategy, having one person parked here if you have someone to be able to help you. That's definitely the problem spot right there. Like, every once in a while, he'll pull, like, some random mobs off to the side, but usually not a whole group, and if he does pull a whole group, I just SFP and, you know. You need Corzine Crest run so bad, need a shot collar. That's what I wanted. I'm going to tell this story again, even though I've told it multiple times. I've done one Undead Rancor run on Legends with my medic, and specifically, I also wanted the shot collar. We did about 6 or 7 kills in their one run. There was like 1.5 groups. At the beginning of the run and multiple times, the group was like, okay, the group leader's like, all right, I'm going to change it to Lotto. Do not roll on the collar if you do not have a Beastmaster. The collar is no trade shared. You cannot sell it. The collar dropped 3 times, and it was all looted by the same Dark Side Jedi who specifically looted it to, quote, sell it for money and didn't realize it was no trade shared, even though we said it multiple times. Same dark side Jedi also probably was the bottom of the DPS chart, and he died multiple times on the way down. So, rule goes: lowest skill seeing player usually gets the best loot and runs. You'd be so salty. I've had multiple. The reason I say low skill ceiling is because I know some people are new. That player could have been new. But, like, I've had multiple heroic runs where someone's like, this is my first run. Or, like, they're unbuffed, they die multiple times. Sorry, Jedi players, but it's usually a Jedi. And they sometimes actively, like, make the instance harder than it needs to be. Like, if you just don't contribute much, but you're, like, a cold body, that's fine. But, like this, I've had instances where, like, the new Jedi just keeps taunting the boss, then running away with him and shit. Like, I'm like, are you trolling me, or are you, like, actually trying to, like, help? I can't tell. But anyways, I've had multiple instances where, like, that kind of player, you know, gets the rucksack, gets the, you know, the 250 ranged health hog, gets the whatever good loot drop that you were hoping for. I remember there was a Halloween run, which was just, this is like right after the first time the Lost Artist started Halloween Star on Legends. I did a Halloween run, and people just left it on random at the beginning. And we ran with a player who just died the entire time, so we just ignored them. They won one of the rare loot shops off the first bonus boss. They looted the biotech backpack, and they looted the spooky Whistler carbine all in that one run. And I'm like, people quickly started turning Lotto loot on for that.
Do you want any of this loot, by the way, from these undeads? Is any of this stuff that you want?
The only thing that I would say is worth money is the Vorpal DNA. People will pay 500k a stick for that. For
Okay.
Blackwing Rancor mutations. Everything else, don't really worry about it. I was even debating about clearing out my inventory, but I didn't stop to do it, so. Like, the stuff that has serial numbers or crafting things for, like, schematics that drop off of, like, the topside bosses and whatever. Some of the armor pieces can be recrafted, but not all of them. I got a city planner schematic randomly, so I wouldn't worry about. I wouldn't worry about keeping it. Most of these things sell for like less than 5k. It says the Vorpal DNA is valuable in some of the schematics, but those only drop off the bosses, which we're not slaying right now. So who cares?
Well, I do have a Vorpal DNA. Do you want it?
I mean, sure. Maybe I'll do a Blackwing at some point, right? Unfortunately, Blackwings take orange lyase enzymes, and I am using all those on Velker attempts right now. Or at least I'm storing them up. I'm going to start trying Velkers late at some point again once I have like enough for like 50 goes. I don't really want to look at how many I have to do, because I know it's many.
You've only done like 5.
I know. I can't make it go any faster. I got
It's alright, I'm here. I'll get more Vorpal DNA. I'll sell it in a bag of 50.
If you can sell a bag of
That's
50 Vorpal DNA, you'd be so fucking loaded. There's people that will pay for that, and they will pay you extra for a full bag. No lie. People were just talking about it yesterday. Desaya was talking about how the last time she did an Undead Rancor, it took her 400 attempts, and she paid 500k for every DNA stick. That's just the life of the third stage appearance mutation, everybody. You're just on that grind for a real long time. Your odds are bad. That's why, like, when I tell people, like, when they're getting into Beast Mastery, I'm like, hey, just start slow. If you try and do everything at once, like, start slow, buy your consumables, buy your equipment, you know, do a practice run of a pet using bad materials first. You can use it as a decorative pet or turn into a mount or something. And just start with that. And then once you're comfortable with it, then worry about getting good shit and making a good pet. And when you want to try mutations, just understand you'll have an idea of how long the normal process takes. And so then you can start doing that, and don't be discouraged. And if you're not having fun, then stop and wait. And then try it again. So, like, I think I did like 40 Velker attempts, and then I ran out of orange lyase, so I said screw it. I just stopped, and I've just been stockpiling orange lyase again. And once I get another like 40 or 50, I'll go get DNA and then I'll try it again. And then when I run out, I'll be like, okie dokie, I'll try this again later. There are some people who, do a lot of attempts and they spend a lot of time, trying to buy lice from people, etc. But when you're on that orange lice grind, you're just stuck on it for like ever. It sucks. Just because a lot of the popular mutations use orange lice, similarly for isomerase enzymes, they use dark blue. Like the Accolade, the Rancor, and the Chemo all use dark blue. The Accolade is the worst. It uses dark blue in every slot. So that one sucks.
Sadie, banner, let's go.
Let's go, dude.
I'm rich.
I remember when those first came out after the City 2.0 update, and people were able to sell them for like a millipop. Just because they were really rare at the time, it was people weren't sure to get them, and now it's like people learned that they were basically on a lot of like level 80 plus loot tables. So now they're pretty common.
Yeah, is the Vorpal Durny DNA like just in here, or where does
It is
that actually come from?
so the Vorpal Journey DNA only drops off NPCs inside the quarantine zone, and it's not a very high odds roll. It's not super low, obviously, but it's not high.
So it
But
doesn't have to be like these level 90s or anything?
no, but I think they have increased odds of dropping it. Like, for example, Cornbird, the boss we killed, he drops it actually not infrequently, and it's on his loot
That
table.
might be where I got it, unless it was still on Master Looter then.
It was still, he only dropped the Rotting Lungs, which is a crafting component. Which, that's not the rare one. The rarest item he drops is his brain, and that's used to craft the 4-passenger speeder. It looks like a futuristic forklift. It's funny. But you have to,
Do
like,
you have it?
I do not. You have to complete collections for it.
Oh, so you will have it.
Yeah, if I can get the Cornburn brain. I've seen it drop once, and it was in that one run, and I didn't loot it. Someone else did. When my antivirus runs low, I'm gonna have to go refresh my meds one more time.
Yeah, I'm probably not even gonna bother with meds. These guys don't hit that hard.
Oh, I'm going to just because like sometimes I end up pulling too many. But like
I'm a
every
Jedi. I don't have that problem.
yeah,
I can
well,
just switch to Black Pups and it'll be fine.
sorry we're not all Jedi. Some people have got to generate
Yeah,
action
I'm
for a
pretty
living.
I'm pretty sorry that we aren't all Jedi too. I could generate action if I wanted to.
Oh, what with the middle line that sucks ass?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's just 1 point, right? I go
Oh yeah, it's
600
just
or
1 point.
something.
Sorry, I always think it's a line because it's above the clown mine
Cloud
line.
mines. Yeah.
I still hate when I run into a Jedi in PvP and they have that line, just because I never expect it. So like I go up to like, I got it, and then all of a sudden like my action disappears. I'm like, motherfucker, they had the cloud mind line.
Yeah, I thought about running it for maintenance, but it's like exactly 6 targets or something, and I think 2,000 action damage.
Yes. It's not a lot, but when you're really action thirsty, I got him there,
Oh
and
yeah,
then he
it
got
can,
into combat a minute. Like a really action thirsty profession like smuggler, it can suck.
well, also if you drain an
He died
officer
and I
so that...
exploded.
Oh, you died.
Yeah, I got him there and I succeeded. I gotta spam. Gotta spam. Yeah, he died. But like I got him there, but then he turned around and ran into a mob, and then he just died on him instantly. But these guys when you fail they explode usually. I didn't see the first guy that died do that, but
That's how I died.
oh,
Was whenever he died, I died on his corpse instantly.
I feel like I should look at how many I have left, but I also don't want to.
You'll know when it's done, right? It's
11.
gonna have the Utini.
It's true.
11 left or 11 done?
11 left. I have 9 done. So we're almost halfway there.
But we started at 1 done already, so we're 2 away.
To be fair, I failed it like what 2 times in a row?
2 or 3 now. And then I've just been sitting here making it easy.
Yeah, to be fair, the first time I did this, when I was running over earlier, I did get jump scared by one group. So it's not like this suddenly got harder. I got lucky on the first one. It's a tricky balance because like if he doesn't get in aggro with stuff, he'll just keep running away. So then you fall like way behind him. But then if he gets an aggro with stuff, then he just dies like immediately. Luckily, this run is shorter than the other ones. The other ones take longer, but they're less dangerous. So trying to clear room for more Vorpal Dirty DNA drops. I remember Griffin was like, "I'm gonna try for the Blackwing Rancor," and I'm like, "Yeah." He got some DNA sticks. About as far as he got. I don't blame him though. That shit's like I said, that shit's grueling. And the fact that the DNA stick collections are random drop instead of just, you know, normal DNA where you're going out and you're like, oh, let me just go farm a bunch of these smelly piggies. Or like the Minoc one's really easy. You just go to the fix spawn outside of the Mos Espa, like where you go like during side quests, and you can get a lot there. That's where I farm it. All right, another one done. I haven't been timing these.
It's pretty fast. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's just repetitive, so it feels like it's taking forever.
Yeah. Takes about like 2 to 3 minutes per, just because I have to run back. I saved this delivery guy with like, he had like 1% health left. He walked into a mob. Well, he walked into one guy and then the rest of them aggroed. You know, the classic.
Are Han and Luke ever attackable like Vader is?
I want to say no. If they are, it'd only be Luke. I know Han never shows up attackable anywhere. Because Luke just does what Vader does, like when they spawn in like Coronet, Naboo, and Bespin, or Coronet, Theed, and Bespin, he just goes, "You shouldn't be talking to me," and it's usually the NPCs around him that will kill you. I don't know why these delivery volunteers spawn with no action, and then they keep like... I mean, I guess they'll use action when they attack something, but like, they spawn with none for some reason. How much health do these guys even have? 17k. No wonder they almost die instantly.
Is there a junk dealer back here?
Yeah, at every camp there's a junk dealer.
I guess I can redo my meds too. I don't really need it, but it is still damage. It'll make things go faster.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I want to do it. I'm like, yeah, I could survive them, especially with my medic pumping me full of heals, but like, I want to be able to kill fast.
That 100 strength is a big deal.
Yeah.
80 or whatever it is.
I think it's 80.
80, yeah.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Don't let him die.
Listen, I got it.
Make it all the way here, and just the one guys I'm not hitting are gonna kill him. I'm gonna be upset.
Where'd he go? Oh, he's over here. Listen, he's a silly little guy. No, 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 no. You shut the hell up. It's like, he aggroes this group like 20% of the time. Sometimes I can get by it, and sometimes it doesn't. Again, he would have died instantly if I didn't have Crippling Vortex.
I can try to keep it more cleared, but whenever you start adding more, it's difficult to keep them all dead.
Right. Again, they just have really short respawns in here, which is like the biggest pain point for doing any of this. It sucks, right? Because like this quest kind of feels like it was meant for like a group to do. Like you can only do it one at a time. So there's no fast way of getting like, you know, 3 or 4 people to get this quest done.
Yeah, and requiring 20 of it really makes you think that that intended you to get credit for multiple people doing it.
Yeah, all of the collections, well, all of the camp specific ones like this, they're highly repetitious. Which of course the lower level ones take more than the higher level ones. But still, it's kind of like, again, for alpha, I have to do it like 40 or 50 times, and I'm just like, man, even if I don't have any problem keeping the enemies off of them, it's just like, I have to walk how many times back and forth, especially since I can't go between camps in here. I have to walk. There's no shuttle between camps. What? What are you aggroed on? This guy all the way over here wasn't even close, my guy. What are you on?
It's because there was an undead attacker over there, so the stuff he's supposed to attack.
Oh, I didn't know he was supposed to attack. I just thought they would just guarantee aggro him if he gets close. But I guess that makes sense.
It's the only way I can make sense of it, is that there was undead attacker, and he's probably like, undead attacker, not dead, I'm going that way.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's just strange because he immediately went hitting on that 90, and I thought that 90 was already on you.
It was. I actually watched it switch aggro because I had it targeted.
Oh yeah, I almost got the lava crystal. It's a cool crystal. If I was Jedi, I'd probably rock it for my heat saber. Permafrost is cool too. Pun not intended. Because it looks like the lava one, but blue. But that
And
doesn't.
it'll be 6% soon. Let's
It'll be
go.
6% whenever Jedi Theme Park 2 happens. It's rare too. The lava saber. HK-47 is not a hard instance to do solo or with a small group, so there's probably more of them out there than you think. Like the warmly glowing engine, which is the most difficult component to get, which is from HK, is like people sell for like what, 30 or 40 mil at this point. I think they sell the crystal for like 50 or 60 mil.
I think the crystal's like 45, and yeah, the bulk of it is the engine, but there's also the artifact, I want to say.
The artifact, yes, from Droid Army. That one's not too bad though, just because it's not really used for anything else. So it's easy to get, it's not used for anything else.
Yeah, it's just like 6 million. If you only farm the engine, you still have a little bit of cost associated.
Yeah, it's not like the warmly glowing metallic eye or what's the other, or the warmly glowing fragments. Those are used on a lot of things. So those end up getting rushed up the price. That guy's stuck in the log. I literally can't hit him. So I guess he's just there. Only so many millions on credits. Hey, to put it in perspective, when I first started on Legends, people were selling the lava crystal for like 90 to 100 mil. No joke. It's gone down in price significantly since then, as have most things. There are some things that will never go down in price. Specifically, like ship parts, just due to the nature of their rarity, and the more people who get invested in space, specifically since the Deep Space Enhancements updates brought in some more interest in space in general from some players, there will be more and more bidders in that field. Like, even though I have a bunch of credits, I can't bid on the stuff that people bid on, because not only are they like putting up like 600 to 800 million credits on something, but then they're adding like parts that someone might want for their build that they might have and not need. And then those parts themselves are worth like hundreds of millions of credits. So I can't really compete in auctions for like good space parts, so I don't even try.
Yeah, there was an auction that just happened for 2.6 billion or something.
Yeah,
the end cost.
I saw that for it was like the shield, like the S10 or something with front hit points. People were fighting about it in that forum. People were like, "That's not worth that. It's worth this," because they were all trying to get the winning bids. They were trying to talk down everyone else's numbers. It was funny to read.
But the guy who did it, even if you argue the price of his stuff, he overbid by so much that no one else could compete with it. Like 2.6 compared to the other guy who people were arguing with at 2.1. They're like, no, that's closer to just 2. And then someone comes in with a 2.6 and no one argues.
Well, yeah, it's funny because like people will argue, it's like, you're overbidding, blah blah blah. It's like, who cares if they're overbidding? That's part of it. If they overbid, they overbid. That's the strategy. I don't remember who did the 2.6, but a really good example of stuff that's come down in price that is actually really desirable is armor. When I first started playing on the server, Primus layered armor sets, which is generally the set of armor you want in endgame, was like 2 to 2.8 mil. Now they're going for 1 to 1.1 mil. So, and yeah, while that's maybe not as big as drop as lava crystal proportionately, it's significant in terms of like that stuff that's frequently purchased like all the time, right? So you're gonna get people purchasing that more frequently. I think my medic's stuck on a tree. No, he's coming. He's got hamstrung. I'm bringing in a conga line, guys. Sorry, not sorry.
Just gives me stuff to hit and show off my pretty saber that isn't rendering right in here.
Show off my pretty saber that isn't rendering properly. Just Galaxies things.
It's just a big square I'm hitting people with.
I like that color. What's that
Rectangle.
saber?
This is Strength of Luminara.
Strength of
So
Luminara.
it's like a more white blue.
Yeah, it's a nice,
Got
cool
the white
color.
outline.
I like it. I know most of the sabers are on. I mean, obviously it's running like a box right now, but you get the color palette at least. All the sabers have been diligently uploaded to the Legends wiki, so you can see what they are. If you're like, what does this one look like? I think this is in the lightsaber crystal page, and you can look at screenshots of them.
That must be recent. I didn't see it when I was looking.
I think you have to click through. So like if you see Strength of Lunar, click through the page. I think there's a preview one on that page. I'm like
Oh, okay, that makes
99%
sense.
sure that's there.
That would make sense of why I didn't.
Yeah. I'm eventually gonna have to go Jedi, as I mentioned before, and I want to have a pretty saber.
I'm more than happy to save some colors for you if I ever loot them. Tell me what
Thanks.
you want. I mean, I do Milan pretty often, so pretty much anything besides Kenobi's I can get you on.
Yeah, Kenobi's is still in the crate, right?
Kenobi's is just, I think it's just Senya. It's not even Kazash.
No, it's. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of Horn's Destiny. That's
Yeah,
the
you're
crate.
thinking of Horn's Future.
Or Horn's Future, that's right. I remember Beta wanted Kenobi's and kept trying to get me to buy it for him, but it was like, 300 mil or whatever at the time, and I was like, no, you were almost there to save up credits. And then he got the
Yeah, I
money
think
and then he didn't
it's,
buy it.
I think it's like 245 now. It's such a waste. Like, I, so if you do one of the thin sabers, so you get the very thin blade. Um, Strength of Luminara looks different, but on the thick blades, it's like exactly the same because the white almost disappears and it's just the blue and it's the same blue.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't even know the different helts had different thicknesses.
Yeah, it matters for things like the lava crystal and the Hoth stuff because you won't even get them to render properly on the thin sabers, I believe.
That makes
And that
sense.
might be the problem that's going on right here is that I have a thick saber and I'm used to using this with a thin saber.
Do you choose thin saber because of the blade aesthetic, or what the fuck are you
No, I
attacking?
just normally use Jinsu. And right now I have a two-hand. And Jinsu's got the very thin blade.
Oh, okay. I don't know too much about lightsaber hilts and which ones do those blade types, just because, again, haven't
I
played
don't
Jedi since
either. It was
live.
explained to me by someone recently, and I was like, oh, so that's why it looks different sometimes. But yeah, it's like, you have a priority color, your main color of blue, and then Strength of Luminara has the white as a secondary color, which is most of what comes through on certain thing, and on the other one it's all blue.
Yeah,
The lava crystal apparently breaks on thin hilts. I don't know.
interesting.
I haven't put it in my one hand or my Jinsu, so. Which even though I'm saying Jinsu, it's a 5th gen just with the Jinsu skin.
Right, right, right.
Don't think I'm using a crappy Jinsu. Nope. Not gonna sit here and claim to be good and only have a Jinsu. Nope, nope, not happening.
Ah, what saber do you main? One Hand Old Republic. Brother, that hasn't been meta since like 2007.
I mean, if you don't have perfect crystals, like if you just have 3 or something, it might be okay, but no, not really.
Yeah. Well, people come back with that old legacy knowledge. Like I remember I talked to a player who's playing on it, Legends, and they were like, "Yeah, I played an NG up until like end almost." And I'm like, "Cool. Well, what's your current goal?" Like, "Well, I need to get a best in slot gun, so I'm gonna go loot the Guardian Lightning Cannon." And I went, "Oh, so you want the extra electricity for your bounty hunter?" They're like, "Well, no, it's the top DPS weapon in the game." And I'm like, "No, it has extra lightning on it, but it's definitely weaker than a Crafton." And they're like, "What?" They like, isn't looted Mustafar best in slot? I'm like, it hasn't been like that for a very long time. You're probably has some real old knowledge there.
Yeah, I also swapped over to strike through, meditate, and food.
Mm.
It's actually helping a lot on these guys.
Yeah, it's that Blackwing resiliency buff. That shit sucks. I wish I knew exactly what it did by the mouse over. I know I could probably look it up, but it'd be nice if it just said it in game.
It's something like percent damage reduction, and that's before armor and stuff is applied. So,
Hmm.
like even the 100% strike through of Dark Side Force Electrics do reduce damage to these guys.
Yeah, which would make sense why we were hitting like 2200 to 2700 on Cornburb minus the stuns.
And it's also got a percent HP boost in there, which doesn't matter for all these guys since I think they're just balanced around having it. But whenever you do like the undead Tuscans and ISD and stuff, they have extra HP because of it. I
Yeah.
think it's 30% extra HP.
Oh yeah, we're done
So-
by the way. That's it. That was the last one.
Oh, nice.
Yay!
Stop
Escort
killing
Camp
these
Depot.
guys.
Yes. Finally. Okay. That was the hardest shit.
That wasn't hard. It was
I know.
annoying.
Well, that's what I mean. It was harder on my patience. I guess we could do defend Camp Epsilon together. I guess that'd be the next most difficult thing. Yay!
That's the stand right here and let stuff attack us thing, right?
Correct. I have to do it 20 times. So it's gonna take at least
refresh
20
off
minutes
me?
because each
No,
one's
they're
60
there.
seconds. Did my monkey despawn?
Looks like it.
Damn it.
I was trying to save him, like killing stuff while he was aggroed over here, but he
usually
kept
wasn't-
going deeper
He's
and
usually
deeper.
not dying. What it is, he gets like on an enemy, and then I get too far away from him, and he just packs it.
That was real smooth.
Yep, gotta just do that 18 more times.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy, yeah. Trying to do all the toughest ones while you're here, and toughest again being quotation marks. It's usually just obnoxious. Like that escort one probably would have taken me a couple more try. I would have failed it more times than I did.
Yeah, once we figured out that there was one problem spawn.
Yeah, I did get close like twice, just because I'm on bad patrol luck. Oh, God, it's so annoying that they have the defensive pet ability too on top of all this. It's like the least scary of the pet defensive moves, but it's still annoying just because it's a big evasion boost. So my AoEs have a higher chance of being evaded. Oh no.
Oh, that's a big fool.
I've been dropping AoEs this whole time, and they haven't been mad at me yet. But I guess now they are.
My inventory is full. Do I care?
Yeah, I'm at the point where I'm like, honestly, I don't care anymore. There's too much shit to sort. There's too many like dropped shit. The like stormtrooper crafting parts and whatever. Like it's too much to be bothered with at this point. At least this one goes faster, just because I don't have to backtrack between the camps.
It feels nice when we get ahead of the spawns and it's just one at a time that instantly dies.
Yeah, right.
The start when it's like 3 or 4 is it's just annoying.
Yeah, it's weird. It's kind of like, so when I did this solo, it was like accordion. It was like piling up right over time. This one's kind of more like an accordion. Like we get them one at a time, and they pile up, and then we get to the end, and then they're just trickling in. I guess it has to do with syncing like cooldowns on AoEs or abilities that we have, just coincidentally. I don't think it has to do with like how they like scale the spawn or whatever.
Last one?
I don't know. Probably. No, we have 8 more.
Oh, I thought you said it was like 5 more. Now it's 8 more?
I haven't given you a count update since we started. Girl, you think I've been paying attention? I'm on autopilot.
Too poor to pay attention.
I'm too sweaty to pay attention. Even was like outside, if someone was to come to quarantine something, I was like, are these guys just like, are those two just farming like spawns? Are they ill? It's like, no. It's for a collection.
You have brain damage? Like, what's wrong with you?
Like, what are you doing here? You need like Vorpal Journey DNA? Do you need help? I guess I need help, but Not the kind that you get from doing quarantine zone collections. If I found salvation in the quarantine zone, I don't think that would be actual salvation. You know, theoretically, this should only take 18 minutes, but because I have to keep running to get the quest, and then I have to wait for them to spawn, and then we have to clear them all out, it's taking a little bit longer than like a minute per. I don't think it's like 36 minutes worth of this, but I don't remember when I said this would take 18 minutes. I think it was like 20 minutes ago.
I mean, I've redone my stems and it's about out, so...
So it's been like almost a half hour.
Yeah.
Shit. Why does this all take longer than it feels like it needs to? Oh, I know why. It's because of Star Wars Galaxies.
Like, it makes sense to have some collections as, like,
Grindy
you know,
stuff.
you spend way too much time doing it. It's a completionist sake. Just say you love the game, whatever. You got it done. But every single collection is that, and it's crazy.
Yeah. Legends has been pretty good about balancing them. Like, I'm a little complaining about the Kizash Sinya minions that I have to do, but honestly, I think it's only like 20 of each, and I think the elders spawn in like 3 or 4 sets of 2, so honestly, you only need to do them a couple times. It just feels bad, man. But like
But some of the things in there have like 2 to 4 hour respawn times.
Exactly. So like you're not gonna do it fast, which is fine. I'm obviously not rushing all of these because if I did, I'd go insane. There's no rush. It's just like when you look at it on
do it
paper,
once
it looks
and
bad.
then go back tomorrow and do it once. That's reasonable.
Right. Like, hilariously, Avatar Hard Mode I only need to do once. I just have to do each of the bosses once, and then you finish all the collections related to Avatar Hard Mode. So that's easy. Like you have to do the lock boxes. You have to do the Harakakok or Hardcock, the Mighty, and you have to do Doctor Zik or whatever the other extra boss, which people do all of those because loot. So that's not too bad. I almost shot the Death Trooper. Operative reward being almost. Can you believe I only get 800 credits and 800 XP every time we do this?
Such a good reward.
Like, I get, like, not wanting to make the credit payout high, or else you just have someone sitting here farming this all the time. But the XP being so low doesn't make sense to me. Like, just give them the XP. Who
I mean,
cares?
it's level 90, so no, you aren't supposed to do this until you're done with XP.
But, like, you get plenty of level 90 quests that gives you, like, a bunch of shitty on XP. And back in the SOE time, too.
I don't know about, like, repeatable stuff. I know the rest of the stuff, whenever it came out, was like 50k, and that's power leveling levels of XP for
yeah,
those quests.
maybe they just learned their lesson by that point, so they just, by default, undersell all of them. I know the collections themselves give, like, when it says a large amount of XP, I figured it out once. It's like 300-something thousand XP, which is more than a lot of quests will give. But, like, the medium amount, I think it's like 100-something, and then small is like tens of thousands, maybe.
I figured out why I stopped doing damage. My pups were out. This is more than half an hour.
Well, like, we can't push it any faster. We're locked with 60 seconds. We can only save a few seconds at the end when it's, like, clean up the rest, like right now. And you know what? It's okay that your pups ran out. Because, like I said, I'm an autopilot. That's why I'm not keeping count. I'm just waiting. Oh, there it is. There's the Utini. This is what I was talking about. Defend Cab Epsilon. Yeehaw. All right, there we go.
Slash City W. Let's go.
City W. We're getting out of here. But before I leave, let's take a look back at what we did today. So today we started with the Survivor and Topside Boss Killer badge, and we got the camp item badges, all of them, including the research facility. And we got the holdout camp, which that's just visiting the camps. So we got 2 badges today, so that's pretty good. That's kind of what I expected to get. As the rest of these, as noted, are either high Slayer count kill quotas. So let's look at how we're doing on the zombie killing. Not great, Captain. We got closer in the 85 and 80 because we slew a lot of those for the escort and Blackwing canisters, but I've barely pushed the needle on anything under 80. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of slaying on my own time here. So that's a hoot. And then for the achievements themselves, we started a lot of the repeatables, got lucky in finding a survivor, and then we talked about them. So again, freaking flyer, work on later. The other canisters will seem like the next easiest one to complete. Those aren't too long, and Epsilon Alpha only needs 30, and the other two need 20. Oh, that one needs 20, that one needs 15, so that's even better. Camp Rescue, again, that's the random survivor spawn. That one's going to take a while just because it's dependent on the survivors showing up. That one actually might take the longest in hindsight because at least the escorting volunteers is guaranteed. It's there. Take them to the same thing. Same with the camp defense. Yeah, I have to defend Camp Alpha 60 times, so it's going to at least take an hour. But it's fixed, guaranteed to be there. And again, Undead Rancor, that's group content. So I'm going to do that at some other point in time, and I'll report on that when I do. But thank you everybody for sticking around for another Quarantine Zone one. Next time, I think we'll maybe get into some more exploratory things. And thanks for helping, Momo. The facility would have been way harder without a Jedi.
No problem. Happy to be here.
Sick.